Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Split Decision. You're here with me, Tom, and my co-host to my left or right, Taku. And today we're going to be talking about the Champions League final, giving our Champions League prediction for next year, and then our winners of the top 5 leagues next year. But before we get into that, let's shout out to our sponsors, Kremlin and Mahogany. The links are always in the description. Now, because we hit our 100 followers on social media, we'll be doing a giveaway for Kremlin. We're giving away a shirt, trackies, and some hoodies, and a face mask, which is optional if you live in Melbourne or something like that, because, Melbourne's got the lockdown laws and that. Shout out Melbourne.
Hey, I mean, I got mine yesterday.
They're pretty breathable, pretty good.
Pretty
And
nice.
so we'll be announcing that on our social media, I'm pretty sure. And so keep your eyes tuned. Keep your eyes peeled for that. And what else? Yeah, just follow our social media basically, so you can know when the giveaway is coming out. Make sure your Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I think that's it.
Yeah, I'll put it on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, all the links for that are in the description, so check it out. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the episode. I'm pretty sure. So recently we had the Bayern versus PSG game, the Champions League final. I predicted that Bayern would win. What? Wait, what was it?
I can't remember. I legit can't remember last week anymore. It's like,
no, I said Bayern would win. I said they would dominate. But they didn't really dominate. It was a very odd game. There were a lot of chances that were missed by PSG. A lot of cards, wasn't there?
A lot of cheap cards as well.
Yeah.
Like some of them weren't yellow cards.
So for those that don't know, Bayern Munich did win 1-0 with Kingsley Coman, the former the Frenchman. Was he a former PSG player?
Yeah, they played, and he was in the youth academy as well.
PSG, Juventus, and Bayern. So a bit heartbreaking. Kingsley Coman scored a goal to put Bayern Munich up 1-0, and that was the only goal scored for the game. There are a lot of misses, with Neymar missing one, Mbappe missing a sitter, and even Di Maria missing one on his right foot. And I think this was the first game that Lewandowski didn't score in the Champions League, was it? I'm pretty sure. It's the first time Lewandowski hasn't scored in a minute. If you think about it, Lewandowski just absolute bagsman. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so PSG couldn't take over. Bayern Munich. It was a bit heartbreaking for them. But I'm sure Neymar will move on to bigger and better things at Barcelona next year.
You think he's going back?
Yeah, Neymar's coming back. Don't worry, boys.
I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going back.
But I reckon PSG will come back stronger than ever next year. Hopefully, they get some transfers in. They just sold Munir, recently, less than a month ago, did they? They're right back. They sold Munir. They're right back.
Oh, did they? I didn't even see that.
He went to Dortmund. So that's interesting.
Dortmund making moves.
Yeah, I didn't know Bernat played for Bayern as well. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I mean, what were your thoughts on the game?
Like watching it, I was like, I think the worst one was the Mbappe one, because it was like legit right on the penalty spot. He had pretty much no one around him. I was like, all right, yeah, he's back that.
Do you reckon it was just the pressure?
Nah, I think he's miskicked it, if anything. And then Lewandowski had a couple good chances to put Bayern ahead early, like in the first half. Kingsley Coman had another chance after he scored to put Bayern up by 2, which he wasn't even on target, but the Thiago Silva cleared that anyway. And then Neuer, if anything, Neuer was man of the match. Neuer made some insane saves that pretty much stopped PSG from scoring. Obviously, it was that Di Maria chance pops up where you should be getting that shot on target. So at least get it on target, but he just missed the goal. And but as a Man United fan, if Di Maria had scored from an Ander Herrera assist, I'd have killed myself. So you know what, I'm happy.
No, what was pain? I mean, I read it recently. Apparently, Di Maria, he got burgled when he was living in Manchester or something like that.
He hated Manchester, bro.
Yeah, he hated it.
He hated it, and his wife hated it. He was just like, I was like, yeah.
Can you really blame him? If you don't want to live somewhere, you can't live there.
Fuck that guy anyway.
Oh, fuck that guy. It's more you do want to live there. He didn't want to live
fuck
there.
that guy.
Shit
No,
area.
fuck that guy.
If he lived in London, it would have been alright. Manchester, just
No,
get it in.
fuck that guy. Anyway, I don't think he just. I just don't think he fucked with England. To be fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah. So then what? So then yeah. So I don't know. It was interesting, but going on to next year, obviously, I think Bayern right now are seeing best team in the world, in my opinion, at least. Obviously, Liverpool's up there. Like Liverpool's probably number 2, but I think just Bayern all around the park. I think they've got Liverpool covered. At least, like in my opinion, that's what I think.
They got a lot of good young talents as well.
Yeah. So like Liverpool, obviously, I think this year against Atletico Madrid was just sort of watching that game. They fell apart late. So they'll come back again next year, making semifinals, finals. So if I don't see if Bayern and Liverpool aren't on the same side, like they don't get drawn together during the knockout stages, I can see them easily making the final. Obviously, still got PSG coming back, contending as well, and Man City. Man City's always going to stay a threat.
Yeah,
so those are like so those are like sort of my four teams really that are like
top up there.
Yeah, up there. Those are like my top 4 right now.
See, I'd like to say Man United or Chelsea would make it up, but you know what? We just don't have the manpower. Chelsea's defense and your lack of just everything.
You just haven't bought anyone, man.
But you just bought Fernandes in January.
But the thing is, like, being a Man United fan, it's not fun being a Man United fan during the transfer season because you're linked to everyone and you buy no one. Like, legit, like the last like month and a half, it's been positive. It's like, oh, Jadon, like legit, the first start of the transfer window, like, oh, we're getting Jadon Sancho in the next couple of weeks, and now they're saying like, oh, we're not even gonna like, we don't want to pay. I'm like, bro, when you pay, I said this last episode, when you're a top club like Man United, obviously you don't want to get like pushed around and go like, oh, you have to pay this, but it's like you're gonna pay a premium for top talent, and that's why Ed Woodward just pisses me off. It's like, Jadon Sancho's worth it. 120 million. I mean, obviously you got the whole COVID thing.
But you'd hate to pay 120 million. He just flops, you know.
He won't. He's too good to flop.
He's playing at Dortmund though.
Too good to flop. But Jadon Sancho's 20. Like, well, I think he had like his goal assist was fucked. Like, he's too good to flop. Even in the Champions League, he was good as well. So yeah. It's just he's too good to flop. And it's like, what's frustrating is because like you see like you guys finished below us, and you had Werner and Ziyech wrapped up before the Premier League season was even over. Then you pretty much linked to Thiago Silva. You got to Chilwell. Then you've got Kai Havertz as well. Kai Havertz coming in as well. And if you get all that, like, you guys have made moves to get better. Man City finished. Huh?
We have Rice as well, don't we? That guy Dylan Rice.
Declan. Oh, you've been linked to Declan Rice. I don't know if he's put in a bid yet. And then you guys also and then Man City. Man City finished second, and they're still making moves. They made at K. They're signing more people. They know they've seen defenses that are weak, so they're going to start out defenders. Us, it's like obviously we have Luke Shaw, left back. We need another center back. We need a left back. We need another defensive mid. We need a right mid. We need depth. We need so much stuff. And then Ed Woodward just like legit. The Glazers and Ed Woodward just think, oh, all right, we've finished. We've qualified for Champions League. That's good enough. It's like, it's not though. It's not. So
that Ake signing was very big from Man City. I reckon he's a very capable young defender.
And he's going to be good for them. And they needed it. Their defense, what let them down last year was their defense at times.
Yeah. Bayern haven't made any moves recently as well. So.
No, they got what's his Sane. They got Sane.
Oh fuck yeah, they bought Sane. That's right.
So they're gonna have Alphonso Davies and Sane. That's fucked, man.
They saw Kingsley Coman as well on that left side.
The rotate. Oh my god! Stop it. But
do you reckon they'll loan out Coman? Nah, he's 24. They won't loan him out.
No. He'll be. It's depth. Bayern Munich get it, man. They have Bayern Munich have depth as well. So like, I think they didn't,
like age difference as well.
Yeah, and they didn't start. I think it's Perisic. They didn't start him, and they started Kingsley Coman, and then they brought him on. It's just like they have good rotation, and you need that. Like, you can't have just 11 people. Like I know like United starting 11 is pretty good, but you can't just have like those same 11 guys play upwards of 60 games. It's not gonna work.
It doesn't work.
It's frustrating as fuck right now. But
look, speaking about what you said before with Thiago Silva and Chelsea, it's like, do we really want another old, slow defender down back? Like, don't get me wrong, Thiago Silva, baller, absolute baller status, but do we want him? Is the real question. Like, man, he's been playing PSG for a minute, and like, I don't know. He's like 30 something, isn't he?
I think Thiago Silva. Yeah, he's 35 now.
35, bro. Do we need a 35? How much are we going to pay a 35-year-old defender for what? 1 season, 2 seasons, maybe?
But then it's it's a free transfer because his contract is up at PSG anyway.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
even I would take a defender like Thiago Silva as a rotation, like behind Obviously, Thiago Silva is such a big name. I don't know if he's willing to play behind like Harry Maguire and Lindelof, but like if Thiago Silva is willing to accept that he might not be starting like week in week, a crucial, but more of like an important or rotate. Those FIFA terms for important rotation type center. That's still that's a solid pickup.
If I was Chelsea's what's it called, transfer team right now, I'd be looking at centre backs such as Upamecano, like those fresh young players that are playing at centre back, Kabak, the Schalke centre back, or Kapak, can't remember what it is. There's so many young defenders that are out there, that if we buy them, like they could be a benefit to our future. Like Tomori's good, but like he's still young, so we need time to build him up. But our defense is shoddy right now. Like, we can't win the league with Azpilicueta and what's his name, Marco Alonso, like at like left back and centre back, basically.
But like that's where Thiago Silva comes in, because he is one of the best defenders in the world. So he can help your younger defend. He was one of the.
No, he's not.
But he was. But like he can come. It's like in NBA where you can't just have 16 young guys. You have to weigh in that veteran experience that can sort of tricks of the trade, little hints and stuff. Yeah, so that's where I think where he comes in as well. It's not obviously he first, but it's his expertise in the position, helping the younger guys, giving them the little hint. Because obviously you have like absolute credit and stuff like that, but it's also just a bit of to help out.
Because we got a really good front line. Like, we got a really good, like, from the midfield up, it's just like we got a stellar team. Pulisic and like on the left, who could swap out for what's the name, Ziyech. Then we got Tammy Abraham up front, who swaps out for Werner. Then who do we play on the right? I'm having a brain fade. Who do we play on the right?
Man, I don't know how to watch Chelsea.
Well, I'm having a brain fade. I don't know. But then we play Kante. We got Mason Mount. We got Jorginho. Like, Jorginho is still very good, even though like he's a bit slow. He still does his job. Like, we got an absolute amazing team, but we just can't do anything with it right now because we got no defense. We can't win a league like that. But speaking of winning the leagues, should we move on to our 5 leagues winning prediction?
I think Premier League, obviously. Maybe Liverpool. Liverpool's gonna obviously be up there. I think Liverpool, Man City, those are like the two favorites. Liverpool repeating back to back. I'm sort of like, I don't know. Like, they definitely don't get as big as a gap as they did this year. Man City. Man City. I think. You guys as well. You guys are going to be up there. I think you guys will probably finish third. The Liverpool, Man City will still be 1 and 2. You guys third, and then depending on like Tottenham and Wolves and the moves they got those to make, and like if legit, we're 1 injury away from being right back where we were last year, and like me being depressed.
Injured.
Yeah, legit. Pogba or Bruno getting injured, and I'm just like depression.
So I mean, top four for Premier League, I reckon will stay the same.
It'll be the same,
but the order will change.
Yeah, I think you guys finished third. I think you guys finished third this year.
I think City win, Liverpool second, us third, you guys fourth.
Yeah,
and then fifth could be Arsenal, it could be Tottenham, it could be Wolves or Leicester. You know,
I can even see us dropping down to fifth.
Nah.
And then one thing it's like it's actually become a cycle and it's becoming more pronounced. Like we get a new manager, we have to make signings to help them out. Then they get Champions League. We don't back them in the Champions League. Then they bow out of the Champions League, and then we have to fire them because the fans aren't happy. So something needs to change. Something needs to.
I mean, you guys do have a strong team this year. Like I wouldn't put it past you guys to drop out of the top 6 again. Like, what was your lowest point last year?
I think it was 6.
It was 6. Like that's not too bad. Like it's not terrible. Like there's been it could be worse. Like 6 is still in contention for Europa League. You know.
No one wants to play on Thursday nights, bro.
But you're 2 spots out. You're 2 spots out of champions. You know. It's like it's not that bad.
No one wants to fucking play Thursday night football, bro. You want to be Wednesday night. You don't want to be playing the Europa League.
You guys can't even win the Europa League, so I wouldn't be talking.
Nah, that was.
Did you get knocked out?
Sevilla. Sevilla won. We won. We got knocked out by the champions. So
but Sevilla are undefeated for 20 games, so
it hurts a little bit less.
Yeah, I mean Sevilla is a very good team.
Well, then what? But I mean,
they're good contenders. Like they finished 4th. Yeah, they finished 4th in last of this season, sort of. But the La Liga table was very interesting because Barcelona were in the lead for a long while, right? And then Real Madrid just came out of nowhere. It was until Then Barcelona.
Barcelona were in control for a while.
Yeah, they're at the wheel.
And then Atletico Madrid third. And Atletico Madrid third and fourth with Sevilla, and they were just Atletico Madrid won on goal difference by 4 goals.
Yeah.
So it's like next year, I can see it being the same for Barcelona. I think Barcelona finishing second might be a bit questionable as well. Cause
I reckon they'll finish third next year, Barca. If they find some form, they're finishing below Atletico easy.
Exactly. If the last game we saw from them this year is any indication on what's going to happen next year, and then you have rumors of Messi leaving as well, it's not looking. It's not looking good.
And Atletico have a very good, capable team. Like they're very capable of beating those Barcelona, Real Madrid teams, as we've seen. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I could definitely see it being. It'll be Real Madrid on top again because they're just doing their thing. It's just Real Madrid.
Continue to make. And Hazard's going to be better. He's going to be better than he was last year.
You can't be worse than he was. He was injured all year, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he did miss a bit of time as well.
Exactly. But I'm looking at the table right now. So Real Madrid had 26 wins and Barcelona had 25 wins. But Barca had 3 more losses and 2 less draws. It's just 3 losses is a big deal between the first and second place, you know? Especially with Real Madrid and Barcelona. I want to know, who did they lose to is the real question. Who did they lose to?
Barcelona.
Yeah, they would have lost to some. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so my top 4 prediction for next year is going to be in order. I reckon it'll be Real Madrid, Atletico, Barcelona, Sevilla. I don't know if Sevilla keep up their form.
I think Sevilla could even make a push. A push for third, potentially.
That's what I was just thinking.
And then speaking of the team that absolutely shat on Barcelona, disgustingly. The Bundesliga, I think when they came back and they were the only league back, I watched a bit of games.
It's the only league that was on.
It was good though. And I think obviously we'll probably see Bayern. The gap this year was a jerk. Yeah, Bayern beat on 82 points, Dortmund on 69 points. Bayern will probably, especially if Dortmund lose like a Jadon Sancho and don't find a replacement, then you've got Bayern pretty much with the free run next year, no competition.
Leipzig will drop out of the top 4 if they don't find any talent. They've just lost their main striker.
But I think if Leverkusen, if they don't sell Havertz, Leverkusen's making top 4 easy.
Yeah, definitely. It's rough. You can't rely on one player to carry a team. But
he's like the engine of that team, and it's like a LeBron. No, okay, no, he's not like
yeah,
LeBron.
no, he's
but I'm
LeBron.
saying like
He's a LeBron.
He
he's
just,
a LeBron, isn't he?
He's not, but like, you know how he like LeBron pulls the strings and stuff and like makes everyone better around him. That's sort of like what Kai does in the midfield.
A bit like you when you played for us.
Yeah, you know, good old under
striker.
year 12 soccer, but you know, it's alright.
Nah, the only reason we won the championship that year was because our defense was stellar.
You know, goalkeeper.
Good. Oh yeah, our goalkeeper chopped and changed. Shout out Bowder, shout out Sutter. Big Gav, we had Fob, we had Stokes, we had Gilly.
Gilly was the anchor of that defense, no cap.
Those 4 were lethal. They couldn't get past those 4.
Hey, what about my boy Gav? Did you say Gav?
Yeah, I said Gav. I said Gav,
okay, yeah, Gav.
And Fob. Those 4,
Harry.
nothing, and Harry. Nothing got past those guys.
But we had a nice little rotation down back.
We just had a really tall back line. Now I think about it.
And big.
And then we had a goalkeeper that played cricket, so it kind of helped out.
The fact that we had no pace in the back line. Like our center backs. Hey, we're getting off topic, but
yeah, that.
And then so
we had Caden on the left, so that was good enough. We just gave it to the kid that could run all day.
So then what? Speaking of France, you know, I was thinking France. They cut their league short. They cut it
short, but they couldn't lose anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so obviously PSG come back. They win. They're gonna win again next year. I think Lyon make it into the top 4.
Yeah, they finished 7th this year. That's very poor.
I think Lyon make it top 4.
Yeah. Easy.
Marseille make it top 4. And it was between Lille and Nice for me. Yeah, nice. Is it Nice or Nice?
Or Monaco.
Or AS Monaco as well. I think Monaco, they had to drop, yeah. But like, those are the sort of 4.
If Ben Yedder's anything like he is in FIFA, you know, he'll do bits. Ben Yedder, if somehow you're listening to this, I hate you, bro. I hate you on FIFA. You're probably all right in real life. You're probably good. Like, fuck you. He links to Mbappe, so that's right. No, but top four, Paris Saint-Germain, Lyon. Paris Saint-Germain, Lyon, Marseille. I don't know. Marseille could finish 4th, and Lille.
No, that was Lyle.
Lyle.
Bro, I don't know. We can't speak French in this bitch. Is that?
Je m'appelle Thomas. Je suis de Melbourne.
I did year 9 French, and my French teacher hated me because I wouldn't do any of the the exercise book.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't do any of the pages.
I swear I just said I am Melbourne.
Yeah, wait, no, you said
my name's Thomas.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Taku. No, je suis is how I am.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you said I am Melbourne. You're supposed to say je suis 16 ans. I just said I'm 6. I only know 16 because I just mentioned I'm 16. Right, but I mean Spanish. I'm your guy.
Me gusta. But yes,
nice. You hit him with that hola.
And then probably the most interesting league next year, I reckon, is the Serie A.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon this will be different next year.
Nah, I see Juventus winning again.
Bro, they had a very if they play like they did at the back end of the last year.
Oh,
you know what I mean.
I'm chalking that up to you return from a big a couple months off. You're gonna be a bit rusty.
Atlanta are dropping out of the top 4.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
don't know. That Ilicic is having a...
Secure is definitely Juventus and Inter Milan.
No. Yeah, it's Inter Milan. Yeah.
Atalanta.
And Lazio.
And Lazio, or even Roma. I think it's going to be very interesting next year because you've got
the top four.
Lazio.
It's a very interesting league. Napoli, Milan, Roma,
Roma
Lazio,
as well.
Atlanta, Inter.
Even Napoli. Yeah, oh Jesus. And then you got the rest. Then you got those other.
Who does what's his name? 9 Golden play for? I forgot who he plays for.
Is it Napoli?
Is it Napoli? No, it's not Napoli. Is it Bologna?
Yeah, no, wait. 9 Golden. Caligari Calcia.
Yeah, Caligari, that's the one. Him and Tomiyasu come back. That's it.
Hey,
but top four. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be very interesting. Like we all know, Juventus will win again, but Inter Milan did put up.
They cut it close. They cut it close this year. Could be very interesting.
Like they got Lautaro Martinez, Lukaku up top for Inter Milan. Very deadly duo up top.
Like Inter Milan, the last two were draws. If they win either of those last two games, then they've won the league.
Alexis Sanchez probably one of the better players to lead Man United.
Fuck that guy.
Sanchez is a king. But I reckon Lazio will finish higher. I mean, they'll finish third or second, 100%. Because what's his name? Immobile. That guy.
Immobile.
Yeah, Immobile. That guy's a baller. And if they got Silva, that would have been sick.
Oh, he's going to Spain now, isn't he?
Imagine him feeding the balls to Immobile.
Too bad. Too bad he's not a man of his word. Too bad he's not a man of his word.
Luis Alberto as well.
Facts. Jeez. It'll be very next year. Next year is gonna be very. That's the only thing I hate about living in Australia. Everything. All games are at night. Why can't? Fuck, man.
And you can't speak Italian, so it just sucks. But neither can I. So.
I can speak French. I can speak French.
You can speak French.
Yeah, bro. You just sweet aunts. I am old. I am old. Just sweet aunts.
You can speak Shauna as well, though. That's
I can speak like 6 languages in this bitch. So if we're counting every language I can say hello in, I'm like multi.
Oh, bro, I'm like 20. I can speak Chinese.
Bro, I can speak Chinese. Ni hao, ma, wo hen hao. Oh,
no, not sure how.
Bro, legit. I did Chinese up until before I left Hamilton. Gee.
Shout out, Mr. Norman. Goat Chinese teacher.
I'm not shouting out my Chinese teacher. She fucking hated my guts. But actually, shout out Miss Sang. Miss Sang, before Miss Sang, my year 8 Chinese teacher was good. And my year 7 Chinese teacher sucked,
It's
bro.
a sports podcast, my guy. You're talking about your teachers.
Yeah, Miss Sang goated.
We
made her cry. Shout out Mr. Cross.
Shout out.
Yeah, bro.
No, I don't know. So yeah, Serie A will be the league to keep your eyes on next year.
And then on to NBA. Luka Doncic. King. Oh, actually, no. I want to say this first. Brett Brown fired earlier today. Well, during the night for us. Brett Brown got fired.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think after everyone saw it coming, you get swept by the Celtics. Everyone sort of knew he was going to get fired. But I wish Joel was here. We can ask him this. But what do you think? What do the 76ers do now? Do they trade?
They just move cities.
Do they trade Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons, or do they run it back?
Rebuild.
I think one thing is they're strapped. They're strapped because they have 4 players. I think
their contracts are so dumb, man. They're dumb contracts, honestly.
I understood Tobias Harris at the time. I still don't understand that Al Horford signing.
What about the Pacers as well? They just got swept by Miami just this morning.
Yeah, so Al Horford, 34 years old, and he's got another 3 years on his contract.
That's such a dumb, honestly. Philly are just in struggle street. Like they're not playoff contenders. Like they're not contenders, but they're not in rebuilds. They're kind of like Essendon right now. Like they're not there.
They're in the gray zone. They're in the gray
They're in
zone
the grey
right now.
area where they don't know where they're gonna be. Like they don't know what to do. And bro, it's hard. It's hard. I don't know what I'd do. I'd rebuild. I'd just completely rebuild.
I think you run it back at least one more time, because
you can retry.
You're strapped for the next 4 years, no matter what. You're not getting rid of that Al Horford contract or that Tobias Harris contract. So you run it back this year. You somehow try. I think one thing that killed them the most is they have no shooting.
Yeah,
like they have losing JJ Redick really hurt them, especially when you have Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid on the court. It condenses it so much because Ben Simmons can't shoot. Joel Embiid sort of can, but not at a reasonable clip where it's like you have to constantly be up on him on the 3-point line.
Yeah.
So you gotta. I don't know. It's tough for them. Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, the Pacers got swept legit like an hour ago at the time of recording by the
TJ Warren.
See
you later, mate.
Miami Heat. So, do the Miami Heat make it to the Eastern Conference Finals or even the finals this year?
Bro, they beat the Pacers. Like they need to relax. They beat TJ Warren with Jimmy Butler. You know, like Jimmy Butler is an all-star for a reason. You know, man is a baller.
There's a lot of steam collecting that the 76 that the Miami Heat can beat the Milwaukee Bucks, so they'll face them in the second round.
What? No. The Bucks. Have you watched the previous Bucks games?
Yeah, but then the one thing I'm worried about is
they lost one
Chris
game.
Middleton.
Everyone got literally.
No, but I'm
20 points.
But I'm worried about Chris Middleton.
Why?
Because if he continues playing the way he's been playing, the Bucks aren't making it to the finals.
Give him time. Playoff P. He's coming up. Don't worry.
We get to play.
Bro, the Clippers. I reckon the Clippers are gonna lose.
I reckon
they're gonna lose.
That is hands down been the most interesting series in the first round.
In Oklahoma, oh baby, thank God, Chris Paul, baby, Chris Paul, King.
You wanna anything you want to say to Matt? Anything you want to say to Matt?
Matt Harden is trash. He's a trash can. He can't carry a team to save his life. He depended on Russ.
No comment.
That's all that's
and then
Russ is a trash. Russ is not a playoff player. That's why Oklahoma never made it out.
They legit made it to the finals and then lost in the Western Conference Finals in Game 7. But
yeah, but that was with KD.
You.
That was with KD.
But then he had playoff. But then he had playoff P. How are you gonna make it out of the first round with playoff P?
We didn't make it out of the first round playoff P.
No, you didn't. You never made it out of the first. No.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. I was like, okay, yeah, I get you. So then what? You've got the Lakers and the Portland Trail Blazers. Currently, Lakers are up by 16. The first quarter.
Oh yeah, I'm watching that right now. I'm not watching. I just saw the score. I can't even say sleep, but it's going to be an easy dub for LeBron today.
The Lakers win the series easy.
If the Lakers win, I win a lot of money.
Man, and then what? Who's the other? Oh, and then Denver. Oh, I think a very underrated series has been the Denver and the Jazz series. Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell become the first players in NBA history to score 50 points in the same playoff game on opposing teams.
Wow, that is actually very interesting.
And Donovan Mitchell is the only active NBA player with 2 50-point games in the same playoff series.
No, I'm just kidding.
During the coronavirus, but so what? I think Jazz make it through, and I could possibly see a Jazz. Low key, Dallas can make it to the Western Conference Finals quietly.
Right. Let's say for a second. Let's pretend that the Phoenix Suns made playoffs, right?
Mm.
Who are they playing? So who would they be playing right now?
Lakers.
Nah, they're getting swept.
They get swept, yeah. Get the broomsticks out.
They're getting swept. That's heartbreaking.
But,
hold on. Let's say 7. Who are they playing if they finish 7th? Clippers. Yeah, they're winning that easy.
What?
Devin Book's popping off. Who I'm trying to think who they beat in their 8-game winning run. Did they beat anyone substantial?
They beat the Clippers. Let's see. They beat the Mavericks. They beat the 76ers. They beat the Thunder. They beat the Heat. They beat the Pacers. They beat the Clippers. They beat the Mavericks twice.
Yeah, they're sweeping the Clippers. They're sweeping the Clippers.
They're sweeping the Clippers, you reckon?
Get the brooms.
Both
off. They're sweeping the Clippers.
Very, very interesting take, Thomas.
Nah, I mean, they'll put up a good fight, but I reckon they'd lose in Game 7. I want to see the Clippers-Mavs game go to Game 7 and Kawhi hit fade away from 3.
I want Luka to hit a step back three from the logo, and then you just hear Mike Breen go, "Hey, it's over! The Clippers upset the Mavericks upset the Clippers." And I'm like, no.
You know what's been like a really bad series to watch? The Nets versus the Raptors.
Oh, that was a sweep.
The Nets. The Nets.
But I think even
no KD, no Kyrie.
Quietly, Alright, so my most entertaining, number one, obviously the Dallas Mavericks Clippers series. That's the most entertaining one. Jazz, Denver has been number 2. Lakers, Portland has been number 3. What? You don't reckon that's been? I think that's been the third most entertaining series.
The Jazz Nuggets one's not been more entertaining than the Thunder Rockets, bro.
No, like entertaining, like watching, like most of. I hate watching Houston.
Exactly. That's why we love watching the Thunder ball out.
The same thing, but even Thunder are a bit better, but like it's just Houston just watching. Like during the regular season, it's fine because you get Russ and James take turns. Obviously you have to, but Houston is pretty much just James Harden isoing, driving, and kicking to a shooter, and it's just it works, but it's not entertaining basketball.
So it's just 2K18 in a nutshell. Step back. Drive in,
snatch back 18. But
so who's winning at this rate? You reckon?
Winning the finals.
Mm.
I think I originally said the Bucks, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm not switching. I'm not switching up yet. I'm not switching up.
I'm done with the Lakers still.
I still think the Bucks are gonna win the finals. Giannis finishes the single with his best regular season. One of the best regular seasons of all time, because he'll mop up MVP, mop up Defensive Player of the Year, first team All Defense, first team All NBA, best record in the West, best record in the East, Finals MVP, and the championship.
Imagine he gets knocked out by the Heat, though.
I'll be sad. Pain.
If the Heat knock out the Bucks, then the Heat are getting slapped by LeBron in the finals then.
Then they play the win. I don't think the Heat beat the Toronto Raptors or the Celtics in 7.
I could see Toronto going back to back.
Right? Really? The 6? Yeah. The 6 going back to back.
Yeah. Imagine Drake. He'd be dropping some bangers.
Drake, bro, when Toronto won last year, Drake dropped some Money in the what was it?
Money in the Grave was a good one.
Money in the Grave dropped last year, didn't it?
And he dropped some other one that wasn't that good though.
But that was funny. Not funny. It was cash.
Money in the Grave was cash. I was playing that on repeat for like a week.
Oh, Jesus.
I was expecting some fire. I was expecting some top tier like back to back music. You know.
I'm expecting an album. I'm expecting some Drake to go ham.
His recent song was really good though.
Drake's been on his shit recently.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon he's been. He's been like he hasn't been shit. He's been on his shit. So he's been like
dropping some. Like me, look like Yusuf, look like Hamza. Said he looks like me. Habib, please, Anat Akid. I don't want to say it because like I'm not Arabic, so I feel like I'll butcher it.
You definitely butcher it.
It's like Anat Akid, Inwa Allah Ahla. I don't know. Someone
Anything else?
What? No, I think that's it in the world of sports right now. What else is going on?
Sports in the sports we watch at least.
Footy? No, we don't.
We're not on footy.
Go the Dons.
We won't keep you guys any longer. Thank you for joining our little humble podcast.
Yeah, no script. We banged it out today.
Don't forget giveaway. I think giveaway will be announced at 7:00 tonight. So today's Tuesday.
Oh, as in not the
between
winner, as in like I thought you meant the winner. I was like, what the hell?
Not the winners. No, not the winners. We're announcing the start of the giveaway tonight. And yeah, make sure you guys check out all the links in the description.
Is it announced on the Kremlin thing?
I think I don't know. We'll see. I'll talk to Luke. Yeah. Anyway.
5 stars.
5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Like absolute beats. Because at 5 stars on Apple Podcasts is absolute bits.
No,
got a nice little.
It's 7:00 in the morning. That's why we feel flat and tired. All right, it's very early in the morning. We usually don't wake up at this time.
Wink. 7:00. Wink. Yeah. And then we'll see. We've got a nice little episode coming for you guys on Thursday, so make sure you guys stay tuned. And we'll see you guys next week. Check out
socials.
Do you want to plug yourself? You can plug yourself if you want.
My socials, the podcast socials.
I already said that. I already said check the socials.
It's early, guys. It's early. Late. I'm tired.
Check the podcast socials, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter.
What's going on? Just end it.
All that bits. Yeah, this outro has been too long.
We're trying to get to 10 minutes.
Peace. Oh, man.